Excuse me, sir. May I come in? Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Please take your seat. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
And please introduce yourself to the board.
Sure. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Dr. C. SIVASAKTIVEL. I hail from Tiruchi district of Tamil Nadu. I have done my MBBS from Madras Medical College, Chennai. I graduated in the year 2017, sir. And since 2018, I have been preparing for civil services. And I am currently in Indian Information Service, batch 2022, sir. This is in short about me.
So since you are already in service, why should we not think of giving the chance to somebody else who's more desperately in need of a job, some unemployed youth?
So the reason why I'm trying again is because getting into the IAS was my motivation, sir. And I feel as a doctor, I can utilize my the learnings from health sector in a better manner if I'm posted in Indian Administrative Services.
In what way? Because you will be posted in, say, animal husbandry or some other place where you might not need your medical skills at all. So in what way does being a doctor help?
Sure, sir. Like if I'm posted in animal health husbandry, I don't think I will be directly able to involve my health knowledge. But still in some ways I can, sir. Like for example, antibiotic resistance is high because of indiscriminate utilization of antibiotics in the cattle. So in that aspect I can take some steps.
Have you heard of One Health? One
Yes,
Health.
yes,
What does
I-
One Health mean?
So One Health is a very integrated approach wherein the concept is the health of humans, animals as well as environment are all interrelated. So instead of seeing these health aspects in silos, we are going to have an integrated approach.
Okay, let me ask you a health related question. Some years back, a particular country in South America advised its females not to get pregnant. Why was that? Which country was it, and why was it advising that way?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not aware of this development.
As a doctor, I would expect you to be aware of it.
Sure, sir, I will learn it, sir.
Okay. Now tell me the name of a famous person from your Kumbakonam. Very famous.
Yes, sir. So a former president, Mr. Venkatraman, was from Kumbakonam, sir.
Okay.
And
And a famous mathematician.
yes, sir, Mr. Ramanujam, Srinivasa Ramanujam is also from Kumbakonam, sir.
Okay. Which film was made on him? On Ramanujam? Any idea?
I'm sorry, sir, I don't exactly remember it now.
Okay, no problem. Tell us about the National Health Policy. When was it promulgated, and what are the three main features which you feel are very important?
So the policy was promulgated in the year 2017, and the chief goal of the policy actually involves 4 themes. One is the targets and the goals that have been set to be achieved by 2030, and the other thing is about improving or increasing the allotment of the budget to health sector, which is around 2.5% of GDP.
Which is about 2.5% at the moment, is it?
No, sir. It has been envisioned that it should be 2.5%, but currently we have less than 1.3% of GDP.
So which year? 2.5% in which year? 2030 or some other year?
I'm sorry, sir. I need to look into it.
It's 2025.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
It's easy. 2.5, 2025. Like that. Okay. And what are the chief features? You mentioned 2 of them.
Yes, sir.
Good. The third, I asked you for 3.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Currently, I'm not able to recollect it.
Okay. One more question with regard to health. What is the National Health Commission all about? Are you aware? National Health Commission. And which body has it replaced?
National Medical Commission.
Medical Commission.
Yes, sir. So National Medical Commission has been recently constituted and has replaced Medical Council of India.
Yes.
It is as a body envisioned to regulate medical sector in India, sir. The professional regulation.
So what is the change which has been made? Why was it necessary to replace the medical council?
So the reason why it was necessary was because of the corruption in erstwhile MCA, and the second reason is because of the conflict of interest, because it was completely a doctor's body, and government thought that there should be a multiple representation within the council to regulate it without any conflict of interest. So in such a manner, it has been reformulated, including both bureaucrats, civil society organizations, as well as doctors.
Welcome.
Thank you.
See, you are already in Group A service.
Yes.
Why you want to join Group B now? To degrade yourself by 10 years or 12 years?
So initially, the Indian Administrative Services as well as Group B services, particularly where I get the post of a district collector, always fantasize me because it gives a larger scope to work for the grassroots development, sir. So that is why I have opted for Group B also.
But then you did not opt for Pondicherry Police Service. So okay, no, but the Pondicherry Civil Service also. But Group B is a Group B. You are minus 12 to 13 years.
So while choosing the service preference, I kept one thing in my mind, sir. One is about the job satisfaction that I derive from. So I feel a generalist service like Pondicherry or Delhi Civil Services will always be.
Revenue service you have filled above. Why logic that revenue service then you should have filled it number 3, 4? That was the criteria.
So there are also other criteria based on which I fill. One is the diversity of the job, and the other is the possibility of foreign postings also, sir. So keeping in mind,
which service?
Indian Audit and Account Service, my seniors told that there is good scope to get posted abroad.
Revenue service?
Revenue service is, yes sir, the foreign opportunities are little less, but still we get to posted in customs organization.
Doesn't seem to be a little confused.
Sorry sir.
Doesn't seem to be a little confused on choices.
But still the sheen of IRS is something above the Group B services, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, why the doctors wear white coat in OPD and blue in OT, blue or green in OT?
So I don't know the reason for choice of color, but the dress that we wear in the OTs is actually scrub, which is properly sterilized before use.
What color of it?
No sir, I don't know the reason, but I will learn it, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay. See, there is a growing nexus. Everybody knows. Doctors in private hospitals and diagnostic labs, doctors and pharmaceutical companies, and this National Health Commission, Joint Medical Commission, is not able to stop that. How to? Because the price of medicine, same salt, differs from company to company, and they prescribe a particular company for some reasons. How to handle that?
So currently the regulation that we have is only a voluntary guideline for both the pharmaceuticals as well as when it comes to healthcare practitioners. The NMC is yet to act on errand doctors, sir. So to enforce these guidelines, I think it is better if we bring in compulsory guidelines. Earlier, I don't know exactly the ministry, sir, but I think it is Consumer Affairs Ministry which brought in a regulation that mandated that whenever a pharma company or diagnostic lab is found to give any kind of inducements to the doctor, it will face a penalty. A certain percentage of the revenue of the top selling brand will be taken away from the pharma company, sir. I think such a hefty penalty.
Has any action been taken against any of these?
No, sir. This provision has not yet been implemented, sir. There is a proposal, but I think if this proposal sees the limelight, I think we can at least reduce the kind of nexus that's presently there.
Okay. See, I give you a topic. You speak 30 seconds favor of it and 30 seconds against it. Euthanasia should be legalized, allowed. Tell me for and against.
Yes, sir. So I'll just take few seconds
Yeah.
to formulate. So firstly, I'll speak for euthanasia. So euthanasia is actually necessary because right to life with dignity also involves right to die with dignity, sir. And because of paucity of palliative care in and around the rural areas of India, I think euthanasia can end the suffering of many people. and it also reduces the financial suffering of their caretakers. Now I'll speak against euthanasia, sir. Euthanasia is actually a doctor cannot perform euthanasia, or should not, because it is against the medical ethics, the Hippocratic ethics which we actually take. And as a doctor, we never have the right to take away someone's life. And I just want to give one example wherein this commercially produced insulin actually rescued the lives of millions, like thousands of type 1 diabetes who were waiting for their death. Just this one medicine was able to revive their health, and they are leading a very good life. So science can give medicines anytime. So I think it is not right on our part to actually take away some life.
Okay, last question.
Yes.
Why there are no male gynecologists here? Foreign countries, they have many male gynecologists. What is the problem here in our country?
So I beg to differ, because I personally know some of my friends who have done gynecology, male who have done gynecology. But yes, there is a significant difference in the proportions. I think this is actually stemming from the kind of cultural gap that we as a society that tries to enforce between a male and female. And female patients are not very much comfortable getting examined by a male. So I think this is one major reason that is actually driving men out of gynecology.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
SIVASAKTIVEL.
Yes.
You come from Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
Tell me about the historical linkage of Tamil Nadu with Southeast Asia.
So since history, I can quote Cholas. Cholas actually had very good relationship, in the sense there was one period called Imperial Chola, which in order to protect their trade relations, they waged wars with Srivijaya Empire as well as Shailendra Empire of Southeast Asia. Sir. And there is also records of having traded with the Chinese. And because of this, the temple architecture, the Dravidian architecture has actually went to the ASEAN countries, like we have Angkor Wat Temple of Cambodia and Priya Vihar Temple. Yes, this is what I know.
And there is one fact which is, for which Chola Empire is known in this region. Can you recall something? You have said this, but they are known as...
Can I say it is a naval power of the Cholas?
Yes, correct.
Which they used to call Bay of Bengal as Chola Lake.
That's right.
Because of their dominance.
Okay. What are the two types of vaccines that was manufactured for COVID? What are the basic differences between the two?
So there are the major types are one is mRNA vaccine and the other is protein subunit vaccines. It majorly depends upon the route of delivery as well as their mechanism of action. The mRNA vaccines actually delivered the codons into the cells, from which it produced the antigens, in turn elicited immunity. Whereas protein subunits also worked on a similar mode. It utilized the protein functionary of the cell, and it in turn produced the antigens, which in turn elicited immunity.
Which one of the two is considered to be better?
So currently the mRNA vaccine, which was actually, this is the first time that we utilized mRNA during COVID. I think it is having better promising, it has a better efficacy than the protein subunit. And the other thing is, it has a promising future, sir, because it can be utilized in various other platforms like diseases.
I'll make a statement. I want your opinion on this. Medical profession needs to change its motto from corrective to preventive method. Do you agree? And if yes, throw some light on this.
So I 100% agree with this. Though medicine is important for healing the diseases, but majority of the diseases can actually be prevented, sir. The lifestyle diseases that we face can easily be at least prevented from progressing to a serious entities. And currently, the kind of medicine that we have in India, which is based on out-of-pocket expenditure and commercialization, it is not favoring preventive, sir, because the private, they don't have any profit to actually prevent the diseases. Rather, they benefit out of curing the diseases, sir. So I think it is high time for the government to involve, to finance directly and set up proper primary health infrastructure. So that
Okay. Last bit of question. IFS is your second choice. If United Nations have failed the world, what is the most significant corrective measure that you would suggest?
So firstly, I don't think so United Nations has failed the world, in my opinion, because it has prevented Third World War from...
That's okay.
Yes.
What
The corrective.
corrective measure would you like to suggest if it has to be made more effective?
Yes, sir. So I feel that the present UN system, particularly the UNSC, is not very representative. It is not representing the multipolar world.
Okay,
presently.
tell me the measure.
Yes, sir. We need to reform UNSC to include other countries so that they also represent other regions like Asia, Latin America as well as Africa. Sir.
Just that?
And we can also reform the veto system that we currently have.
Yeah,
sir.
okay.
Thank you.
Why is an operation theatre called a theatre?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not aware of it.
It can be an operation room, an operation hall, an operation anything, but why a theatre?
So with your permission, I can try, but I'm not sure of
The
it.
keyword is theatre.
Theatre, yes, sir. So it is because it is a room where the medical graduates are also taught as to how to do operation.
Yes, in the early days,
Surgery.
they used to have galleries for
Yes.
medical students to watch the surgery. That's why.
Yes, sir. Thank
Now you are fond of learning about countries.
you. Yes.
Name 3 countries which are entirely surrounded by one country. And what are these kind of countries called?
So one country is Lesotho, which is surrounded by South Africa. And the other country is the Gambia, which is surrounded by Senegal. So currently I can think of only 2 countries, sir.
The Vatican and San Marino,
Yes, sir.
both surrounded by Italy.
Italy, yes, sir.
What are these kind of countries called technically?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of it.
Enclave,
Enclaves, okay.
correct?
So, I generally feel enclave is a different connotation, sir. It's not for
Connotation
some-
different, but the technical word used here is also an
Enclave,
enclave.
okay.
Is Turkey in Europe or Asia?
So Turkey is a Eurasian country, sir. The major part of the Anatolian Plateau is in Asia.
How many countries are Eurasian?
Majorly Russia and Turkey, sir. And the Caucasus country like Armenia, Azerbaijan and Georgia are also, their location is also in the Eurasian area, sir.
Are you sure they are Eurasian, part Europe, part Asia?
So they're culturally more towards Europe, but technically they are present in Asia, sir.
All right. My last question. Tamil Nadu has a very rich history, especially medieval dynasties, medieval Cholas, Pandyas, Pallavas, etc. Correct?
Yes.
They were very well known for giving grants to temples and priests. Can you name 2 such grants?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not aware of this.
Have you heard of Devadana and Brahmadeva grants?
No, sir, I have not heard of
Okay.
this. I will learn it.
Just one more question.
Yes.
Is Tamil Nadu anti-Hindi?
So no, sir, I have never felt that there is anti-Hindi or there is any sentiment against a particular language. But generally what I feel is a sentiment against the imposition of Hindi, sir.
Sentiment against imposition of
Imposition
Hindi
of
and sentiment against Hindi. 2 different things or?
They are 2 different things, sir.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Can I call you Siva?
Yes, sir.
Siva. There was this survey and the report. More than 50% of Indians are one medical bill away from pushing into the poverty. You read that?
Can you please repeat it, sir?
More than 50% of Indians
Yes, sir.
are one medical bill away from getting pushed into the poverty.
Okay.
It was in the news. What are the reasons? And how can we tackle it?
So the major reason is we don't have a proper health model, because we have a socialized health model for the poor, and then out of pocket expenditure for the majority of 70%, sir. So this is the reason why they are being pushed to poverty.
Okay.
So the solution is already the government has taken this step of insurance. Insurance is to finance, government here act as a health financier to rescue the people from poverty, particularly because of health bills, sir. And what I would suggest is government should equally concentrate on improving, spending more on health as per the health policy. And studies have been found that by spending around 15% on just drug purchase, having a centralized drug purchase will actually reduce this poverty, sir.
Okay. And what's the doctor-patient ratio we have?
So it is 1 in 1,600 for allopathy doctors.
Okay.
And in government sector, it is 1 in 10,000 doctors, sir. That is the ratio.
Okay. Coming to your extracurriculars, you like to cook.
Yes.
What kind of dishes do you cook?
So it is actually not very much restricted, but usually I prefer at home I prefer cooking Tamil dishes, like regional cuisines. And I have also tried other cuisines, like I have baked pizza and tried momos and cooked some North Indian curries.
Okay. Very interesting. I see you have got the scholarship of Arigna Ranna,
Yes.
the first CM,
Yes.
Annadurai.
Actually, he's not the first CM, sir, but he was the CM.
He was not the first CM?
Not the first CM, sir.
Okay. So why was, in Tamil Nadu, he was an atheist in the period of religious passion. How come he came out?
So this atheism can be actually can be traced towards these Dravidian movements, wherein the Dravidian ideologists, what they felt was Tamil Nadu and South India was technically a place where a different kind of people lived, and the Brahminical ideology came from the north, and so they thought to kind of bring in a social equity in the society. What we need is, and this inequality essentially stems from various other religions. So just by annihilating religion, they can actually promulgate atheism, and this will actually reform the society. That is what their ideology was.
Okay. My last part of the question, Periyar was also atheist.
Yes.
This Annadurai, he was also atheist. But still they didn't came together.
Yes.
They didn't came along. What were the reasons?
So initially they were together, sir. But then Anna was a patriot, sir. Whereas Periyar was not a patriot, and he actually wanted the British to stay. And he was against many of the Union government policies. He was very idealistic, whereas Annadurai was pragmatic, sir. He wanted to take the electoral politics and didn't want the social reformation movement just to be a social movement. He wanted to take part in politics, and that's why he came away from Dravida Kadagam and he started his own party.
Okay. Okay. Thank you,
Thank you,
Siva.
sir.
I think the experience of being in government has helped you quite a bit. The only thing is that with regard to the medical issues, you will be quizzed very deeply,
Sure, sir.
and you need to prepare much more thoroughly.
Okay.
And that is about the only thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
For instance, compulsory licensing and things like that, you might be asked in detail.
Okay.
And the case which was there with regard to compulsory licensing. Otherwise, overall, your expression, your personality and all is very good.
Okay.
I am very happy.
Thank you.
I agree with him. Overall, you are a good candidate. Already you have faced UPSC interview.
How much did you get in your last interview?
So in all my 4 interviews, my marks ranged between 155 and 171, sir. I've never crossed 171.
You have taken 4 interviews.
Yes, sir, 4
Oh, I
interviews.
didn't
You
realize.
should feel better. You can do better than that. You are 180 plus type candidate.
Yeah.
180, 85 plus type candidate for us. So just choice of services, you should have some convincing talking points.
Yes.
Because some services you prefer, some you don't prefer, and then you go to good B. maybe some question on that. Convincing answer ready.
Okay, sir. Sure.
And medically already told.
Yes.
And apart from medical, there will be many other topics also. So I have to be prepared. I don't know international relations and economic matters. How well you are prepared.
Okay.
So please.
When is your interview?
A date has not yet come, sir. In the second phase, maybe.
So that preparation you can continue.
Sure.
Otherwise you are good.
I have only two comments to make. One, your socks should be monocolor.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. Second, you sit in a slouching posture. Can you sit little more erect?
Okay.
Make your back little straighter.
Yes, sir.
That may look, give you a more confident look to you. Otherwise, there is all fine. My only suggestion which I have written here is that you should prepare questions based on your DAF and current affairs. Mix them together and see where it gels in. That is the most likely area where questions will come from. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Very good. Very impressed.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Okay.
You have any questions?
No, sir. Like, I don't know how to improve beyond 170. That is what I wanted, but yes.
Knowledge base and sitting posture, I think you are still looking less confident than you should be.
Yes, I personally feel the same.
Yeah. So improve on that. You should feel that you are in information service already. You have nothing to lose. You can only go up from here.
Okay.
So why to shirk? Why to be less confident, less, in a low voice? Speak little bit more with authority.
Sure.
And you know the answers well. Speak like a normal conversation. Okay, take it as a normal conversation between a junior officer and some seniors, where you are holding your ground. You have been asked few questions and you have to give confident replies. And I'm sure you will improve if you do all these basic things.
Okay.
You are 180, 185 plus candidate.
Surely.
Sure.
No doubt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Best
Okay.
of luck.
All right.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.